Back with another video, boys. We're just going to be discussing today the overall state of the UFC in 2026. Um, how shit the cards are coming up, what we're looking forward to. We got UFC 330 with Islam coming up. We got Guskov fighting Magomed and Goliath. I know that's just the fight everyone's been looking forward to, but let's jump right into it. Just talk about the downfall, what is kind of upcoming in the summer and following the summer. And overall, just yeah, it's not looking great. So prepare yourself. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, boys. So this weekend taking place, we got Magomed versus Bogdan Guskov. Now, Khalil Roundtree was supposed to be fighting on this card. I believe he just pulled out. I don't know what the dude put out for. He didn't make it public, but yeah, overall, just a pretty one-sided fights on this card. We got John Pork, Islam Dulatov. He's like a minus 800 favorite. I just covered this card. Not much to look forward to. Luckily in the USA, this is taking place at about, I think it starts at 8 a.m. But overall, I mean, the card is pretty shit. I'm not sure what day, like, I don't know why Dana White has to come here 4 times a year and try to. I mean, usually the cards are stacked. Then that's why I'm making this video, is because now the cards are not stacked anymore. Like 2 years ago, you could watch every Middle Eastern card and expect it, a shower bullet fight, or, there are just a couple fighters that were always going to be on this card. And now we are stuck with Thomas Peterson versus Walter Walker, a Brazilian who is probably going to ankle lock this guy in 5 minutes, by the end of the first round. Same with Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Sam Patterson. This card is terrible. Steve Erceg. Yeah, I mean, this is just a complete stinker. I mean, the main event should be exciting. That's going to end in a knockout. And it doesn't get any better. It just doesn't get any better. Like, what the hell is this? What is this? I don't know if I'm spoiled. I don't know what it is. But this card, like, you cannot convince me this is a good card. You cannot convince me. You cannot convince me. Like, D-Rod, come on, like, fighting out of prison in Mexico. Now, no slander of D-Rod. I actually think he's a cool dude. But come on, bro. Like, Uros Medic versus Daniel Rodriguez. Like, um, so they just threw on Jan Blachowicz versus Navajo Sterling. I have been watching this sport for a long time, and I've never heard of this guy. Robert, yeah, oh my God, this card is horrific. This card is horrific. I have never seen I can confidently say in my 6 years of seriously watching this sport. I mean, I've been watching for a while. Before that, pretty much since McGregor fought. He was kind of bored at that hype train. Loved it ever since. But I mean, look at this. Look at this main card. Uros Medic main event. That's one thing. D-Rod, like this. Don't get me wrong. These are grown men chasing their dreams. But what is Dana White doing with the $7 billion that he just got from Paramount? Because what is this card? Oban Elliott on the prelims. He's the best, arguably, and Rebecca. Yeah, these are the best fighters on the card, skill for skill, 100%. And Oban Elliott is number 49. I can't believe that. But yeah, Matus Rebecca also 49 in lightweight. That's crazy. I don't think there's 48 people that could beat them up in a fight. But yeah, Bogdangrad versus Bazooka, like, this is just very low level. Very low level. Marcin Tybura. I think Marcin Tybura is like 40 now. And I'm not, yeah, 40 years old. I'm not disrespecting the Unks here, but come on, y'all. Coming off losses to Tyrell Fortune, like, just win loss, win loss. Who is he beating? Mick Parkin at 40 years of age. Who wants to watch this? Alexander Rakic, another gatekeeper. A gatekeeper from lightweight versus a gatekeeper at heavyweight. Now, Rakic should, I mean, hopefully the guy looks good. I mean, he has all the talent to do stuff, but come on, man. Four losses in a row. 4 losses. He has not won a fight since 2021. 2021 against old man Thiago Santos and Anthony Smith. Come on, like, do I even need to say anything there? And this is what Dana White is putting out. This is what he's using $7 billion for. This is what we have to look forward to. But it gets even worse. It doesn't end here. Coming up, Gamrot versus Salkild. Gamrot versus Salkild. Now, this is actually a pretty high level fight. I mean, it's not the highest level. I mean, it's Salkild, right? He's not Charles Oliveira or anything. But Gamrot's a good fighter. I think Gamrot will make it exciting. He's been pushing a high pace. He's like really aggressive now. But other than that, I mean, I hope this is not the co-main event. We got Billy Quarantillo versus Diego Ferreira. Like, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I actually fuck with Steven Asplund. He's actually pretty cool and exciting. Steven Asplund, 29 at heavyweight. Like, the state of the current UFC, we got guys like Josh Hockett making title runs in less than a year of being in a sport, just because that's how bad these divisions are. And truly, I don't know who to blame for it. I don't know if it's Dana White. I don't know what it is. But overall, I mean, like, and I'm actually someone who attended UFC Freedom 250. Obviously I wasn't sitting, with, DJT or anything, but I went to the fan fest. It was a good time. My girl was there. Like, we had a great time. And I kind of took it I didn't take it for granted. I knew it was special as soon as, the shit flew over. But I did not like. I thought they would keep riding off of that momentum. I know Conor McGregor just tore his leg apart. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, that's crazy. He just was on Instagram doing leg extensions with a good amount of weight. I don't know if he fluked the fight and for some money. I don't know if he was injured, but that was a flop. That card was pretty good. BSD randomly just threw his head into Patty's. I don't know why he dove front first at a submission only guy who doesn't have any striking whatsoever. But yeah, overall, I mean, the cards, the last pay per view at least, was pretty underwhelming, pretty disappointing. A huge waste of money, especially someone like me who almost went to that fight. I have a buddy that stays out in Vegas, and I would have went to that fight. I was shopping at the tickets. It was too damn expensive. And it was a blessing in disguise because looking back at it, I mean, I would have been pretty heated seeing Conor McGregor just fall on the ground in 5 seconds. It would have truly pissed me off, spending money on hotels, doing XYZ. I couldn't imagine being like a regular hardworking fan who is at this point priced out of the organization. Now, someone like me, I'm very good at finding deals. I'm going to end up at a couple fights. Even me, I just turned 23, and this is the first time, like probably the last 2 years, I've been able to travel to fights. And that's just because, me being older, responsible, things like that. But most people, it should be as easy as it is to attend a regular sporting event. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just dudes fighting. It's not something with the highest level of skill. It has a lot of entertainment, don't get me wrong, but we have owners that are pricing out everyone, in the process, and it's sad to see. This is what you end up with. But we got, yeah, Steven Asplund, Ju- Juliana Miller, Bruno. Yeah, this is actually horrific. This is an horrific. If you watch this, if I catch you watching this card, yeah, I'm getting upset looking at it. Um, and then not last but not least, we got UFC 330 Makhachev versus Garry. Garry, we got a video coming soon on you. You've definitely been on the run this summer. But actually I like Ian Garry a lot as a fighter. I mean, that's about it. I think he has a good chance at winning this fight. I think he's a stylistic nightmare for Makhachev. He's basically a big Volk, and Islam struggled with that at a very uh big size advantage. So I think losing a couple reach and things like that, and the craftiness of Garry on the feet, in and out, it's kind of hard to track him down. We're going to get to that fight when it approaches, but overall, besides that, what do we got here? We got Mackenzie Dern versus Jillian Robertson. I watch every pay per view. I'm excited for every pay per view. This is the worst pay per view I've probably ever seen. if you take away Islam versus Garry, and I hope nothing happens in that fight, hopefully if something were to happen, it's Garry, not Islam. Because if you put Ian Garry against anyone else on this fight and have to make Dern or Robertson the main event, I mean, this is easily the worst card in UFC history. We got old man Edson, who's pretty skilled, right? Versus Esteban, who's been on a tough stretch, but he's talented. But come on. So these say prelim. I don't think Tapology. I don't think this is on a. It might be on the prelims. I don't think this is on the prelims. I think this is a main card fight. And then we got Trayshawn Gore versus Luke. Oh my God. Now I'm not a Trayshawn Gore hater. Shout out Trayshawn Gore. He trains in Dallas, I think. And yeah, I'm always rocking with the Dallas people. But come on, man. Like Vicente Luque, what are we doing here? What does this fight do for anyone? Trayshawn Gore wins, amazing. Luque wins, okay. He beat a guy. Who cares? Mansour Abdul Malik. Mansour Abdul Malik did. Yusri Belgari. I'm not gonna say that. Mansour is not a bad fighter. But Dustin Solfus, come on, man. Like, what are these fights? Jeremiah Wells versus Midatek Orobai. I don't know why Orobai keeps getting these random opponents. Like, he's levels above Jeremiah Wells. I think Jeremiah Wells is like 40 now. He don't look like it. Yeah, this guy's 39. 39 years old. Crazy shape, shredded up, diced up. But what has he done recently? He beat Garembo. Max Griffin. Like, he's losing to Max. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. Like, these fights mean nothing. Midatek Orobai is going to win it. He's a very high level fighter. Like, he has top 8 potential if he keeps improving. But what I don't know what these fights mean nothing. We got Jeff Neal versus Chitty. That'll be entertaining at least. Brahim Manji, he's cool. Magny, it's Neil Magny. He's not. Listen, Neil Magny isn't going to fight for a title. What are we doing here? Jalen Turner, he's gonna. I think this is that jiu-jitsu guy. Actually, I think I'm wrong. Hold on. No. This is not a jiu-jitsu guy. This is not a jiu-jitsu guy. This is the dude with nasty striking. I'm getting him confused with somebody else. Okay, this is gonna be entertaining. That's low key a sleeper. Do not sleep on that fight. That's probably gonna be like one of the best fights of the night. Jalen Turner versus Fernandez Charles. Okay. Yeah, so it's like the prelims are fun. The prelims are fun. I don't know who these guys are. I've seen him before. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, I mean, the prelims have some entertaining fights. And then you get to the main card. And I believe Aaron Blanchfield is on here as well. Aaron Blanchfield versus who was she fighting? I don't even know. I forgot. I think she was fighting Manon Fior. Could be wrong on that. I think that's who she was fighting. But even that fight, what does that fight mean? Like 125. Isn't that the division Valentina's holding up? And Grasso's going to keep fighting. Like, what do you do there? I like Blanchfield, but who wants to watch it if Valentina's going to lay on everybody in this division? The overall state of the UFC right now is just pretty terrible. Like, I've really never seen anything like it. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. This is a pay-per-view. I'm hovering over right now. This is not a regular card. This is a pay-per-view. Now, of course, in the USA, we're going to pay that $7 on Paramount or whatever it costs, or stream it, hey, I'm not speaking on that. But, yeah, I mean, this isn't worth any money. Like, why would you pay to watch Vicente Luque versus Trayshawn Gore? Like, yeah, that might be either a bad fight or entertaining one, but what does it mean for anyone? Same with Mansour Abdul Malik. He looks solid at times. He's pretty good. Look at his record, 9-1 when he lost to Belguri. He was getting fed cans for a while. I don't know what was up with that. But yeah, this just means nothing. I mean, it's carried by the main event. I don't even know why Islam took the contract to fight on this card. I know he just wants to fight somebody. But you should say like, hey, I know them them Dagestan dudes about the money over there. You should have not taken this opportunity. I think you should have been like, what the hell? I'm worth way more than that. Why would you take this opportunity? Like, this is not an opportunity. This is disgusting. This is bad for your legacy. This is not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Ian Garry win is one of the best wins ever on your record, but it's like you fighting in Philly. Like, come on. Like, what have we had? Have we, when is the last time we had a Islam fight over in the Middle East? Why are we not doing that? Why are we putting Magomed and Goliath, you know, and it's a fight. It's all just really bad. I think Islam last time he fought over there in the Middle East was when he head kicked Volk. I think that was over there. Yeah, I believe so. I believe him and Usman lost on that fight night, and that was short notice. That was like 6 days notice against a fat Volk. So yeah, give Islam a fight in Russia. Like, I mean, they're not going to Russia. Let me not say that. Give Islam a fight in Abu Dhabi. Give him all the money in the world. Stack the card. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are you submitting UFC fans to Edson Barboza, who, if he miraculously wins, it does nothing for anyone? What are we doing here? If Esteban Ribovics beat him, it's like, okay, he's supposed to beat him. This shit does nothing for the sport. But yeah, let me know what you think, to the 10 people watching this or whatever, what you think about this card, what you think about the upcoming cards. Overall, I'm pretty disgusted looking at this as a pay-per-view. Again, this is not like come on, how many men's contenders do we have okay, we have Orobai. Do I count Jeff Neal was coming off, that many losses? Turner is going to be exciting, but he's not fighting anyone. So yeah, this whole card is just it's just slop. That's the best way to describe it. The whole card is slop, unfortunately. And our boy Islam he has to fight on this disgusting card that won't give him any pay-per-views or give him any money to bring it back to Dagestan and keep building basketball courts and building training facilities for the next generation of the Dagestanis. You know. So yeah, that was my rant. Like, subscribe if you made it this far. See you in the next one.